Yokai. They are supernatural entities and spirits in Japanese folklore.
So you mean ghosts, monsters, demons, and stuff?
Yes, Timmy. What else would I mean by supernatural? Wait, Timmy, don't you like watching anime?
Oh boy, yes. I've watched Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, JoJo's.
Alright, I get it. Since you do, you've probably heard of some before.
Really?
I mean, probably. Like, have you heard of the Kappa? They're reptilian humanoids that are fast in water but clumsy on land. They are known to kill and drown humans who get too close to their home. You might have also heard of the Tanuki, shape-shifting raccoon dogs with magic testicles. There are Oni, Tengu, Kitsune. I could go on for days. But rather than looking at the already well-known yokai, I want to look at the weirdest and dumbest yokai I could find. Starting with the Shirime. Imagine you're a samurai walking home one night. Suddenly, out of nowhere, someone calls out to you. Hey, can you wait a minute? Who's there? You turn and see what looks to be a man stripping his clothes. You cautiously walk toward the man, and then out of the blue, he points his butt at you, and you see a huge glowing eyeball in the place of his anus. As you scream and run away, you hear the figure laughing at you. When you get home, you tell your grandma about what just happened.
That was a Shirime you just saw.
A Shirime?
Yes, little is known about it, but one thing is clear. It is a faceless figure in the shape of a man. At a distance, it looks like a normal person. When you get close, the huge glaring eyeball in the place of his anus is clear as day. The Shirime doesn't hurt people, but it gets joy from scaring people with its eye.
Oh, I need to go throw up, man. That was disgusting. Imagine that you're a Discord moderator in Japan. You live in a small apartment by yourself. You spend your days doom scrolling on TikTok and eating DoorDash. You shower once a week and only use toothpicks to clean your teeth. You rarely get up, and when you do, it's to either use the bathroom or get your DoorDash.
Alright, we get it.
Okay. You wake up in the middle of the night one day to take a piss. From the doorway of your disgusting bathroom, you see a small figure next to your toilet bowl, and it doesn't seem to notice you. You squint and notice its goblin-like appearance. Its hair is greasy, its skin is disgusting, its teeth are disgusting, everything about it is just repulsive. You squint harder and notice that it's licking your toilet bowl with its long and slimy tongue. You finally decide to turn on the light and get to the bottom of this. But when you do, it scurries away like a cockroach. Oh, what the hell is that? That was an akonami. It is a yokai that is attracted to the filthiest of places. Although akonami won't usually kill you, it can still spread diseases, and in one case, it did actually kill someone. And akonami shapeshifted it into a beautiful woman and offered to clean the back of a man in the hot spring. When he accepted, she licked everything until all that was left of him was his skeleton. I advise you to turn your life around, or that akonami is going to stay with you for the rest of your life. You've just had a fun night out drinking and partying with your friends. A little drunk and mischievous, you decide to walk home through the dark and chilling woods. What is that? Standing behind you is the silhouette of a wolf. Instinctively, you make a run for it, but then you trip and fall. The wolf pounces on you with unprecedented speed. After a few days of you being missing, search parties are sent out for you. I think this is him. By the look of the corpse, this has to be the work of the Okuri Inu. Oh yes, aren't it a wolf-looking yokai that only eats you if you trip and fall? Yes, however, if you pretend that your fall wasn't by accident and that you're just resting, it will leave you alone. The Okuri Inu is actually a blessing and a curse at the same time. You see, when it follows you, its presence keeps away other animals from following you. But if you trip and fall, you know it's over. If you make it safely out of the woods, call out to the Okuri Inu. Thank you for seeing me off. And then, when you get home, leave out a dish for the Okuri Inu to eat. If you do this, the Okuri Inu will never fool you again. This is exactly why people should become more educated about yokai. Oh well, let's deliver the news to his family. It's an evening like any other in your village. People are talking, the children are playing outside, and everyone's just having a great time. But then suddenly you hear, "He's coming! The wheel monk is coming! Go inside and hide!" Ever since you were young, this was always a regular occurrence in your village. You always heard the same story about this wheel monk. He was a tyrannical daimyo who was known for having his victims drawn on an ox cart. When he died, he was punished by burning on the wheel of an ox cart, looking for people he could drag to hell with him. As everyone scrambled to go back inside, you wondered what the daimyo looked like. You look outside your window and you see him, the wheel priest.
Instead of looking at me, have a look at your own child.
When you look down, you see that your baby is laying in a pool of blood with his legs missing. You look up and see the priest smiling as he eats your son's legs. As a farmer in Japan, you work very hard day and night to supply food for you and your family. One day, while feeding your chickens, you notice that one of your chickens is missing. You go around town asking if anyone has seen a chicken thief around. Then you arrive at the monk's house. When you ask him, he gets strangely defensive. "I'm a monk. How dare you think I would do this? I would never..." Monks aren't even allowed to eat meat in these parts. Suddenly, a chicken comes out of the monk's mouth. The monk says as he slowly turns into a giant chicken. Right there and then, the monk's sin was exposed. Okay, so I had the story for this yokai, but it was pretty lame, so I'll just explain it. So this yokai comes to your house at night, flips your pillow, and then leaves. And sometimes even flips the whole entire person. It is believed that the person who died in that room would become that room's makuragaeshi. These yokai also do other pranks like leaving footprints, changing the direction of a person's head and or feet, and lifting tatami mats and bouncing them around. This yokai is mainly known for just flipping pillows and playing other harmless pranks, but there are some cases of it being harmful. There are stories of the makuragaeshi sitting on people's chests, making it harder for them to breathe while they sleep. There are also stories of the makuragaeshi actually killing people too. For example, 7 woodcutters were cutting a large hinoki tree. At night, while they were sleeping, a tree spirit came, flipped their pillows, and they all died. Now you might be wondering how flipping a pillow killed them. Well, it was believed in Japan that when a person sleeps, their soul leaves their body, and if the pillow is flipped, it can't return to the body. But as this belief slowly died out, the makuragaeshi was just seen as just a silly prankster. Haradishi are kind and friendly yokai. They take many forms, from a giant belly with no head to a goofy looking woman with a face on her belly. They go to the houses of lonely and sad people, usually those who are home drinking alone. Haradishi try to cheer these people up, and when the people offer the Haradishi a drink, it'll perform a silly belly dance that cheers the person up. If the person welcomes the Haradishi into their house, they will find that all their troubles and worries will go away, and then they will be filled with hopes and dreams. Haradishi also make homes in old temples, and they help travelers who are lost or just in the rain or snow. Thank you for watching the video. I got most of my information from Wikipedia and yokai.com, and the links will be in the description down below. If you guys would like a part 2, let me know in the description down below, because there are tons, and I mean tons of weird yokai that I did not cover in this video. Which yokai do you think was the weirdest? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, peace out.